everybody, coming at you from my little computer nook here. This is where I spend most of my time, but it usually isn't completely covered in merch. I got my hat on because I was just outside helping Billy unload. Icebreaker, 2 days, pouring rain and freezing, I'm not sure, but we got to be ready either way. We collected some footage since we started this process of the shirt design, the designs we didn't pick. I'm going to take you to the print shop, and then we're going to show you everything we got to do between when this merch shows up at our house till when we bring it to the track. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hi, I'm Billy Dietrich, sprint car mechanic and driver. I've been around racing my whole life, and it's pretty much all I know. We created this channel to share the good and the bad and everything in between. Our crew may not be the most experienced or professional, but we get it done and we have a good time doing it. We'll show you what it's really like racing weekly at some of the best tracks in central Pennsylvania. I'm also going to share some sprint car tutorials, mechanics, and parts, and whatever else I feel like. So like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And enjoy the ride. Yeah, boy.
In this video, we're going to show you how we take a design like this and bring it to life in the print shop. But first, let's start with how we got to this design, because it never starts the way it ends up on the t-shirt. Well, this is where the design started, drastically different from what we ended up with. Obviously, the car is the same, but pretty much everything else has changed. I wasn't a huge fan of this design. I did request the checkerboards, but I felt like overall the design looked kind of boring, and to me, it looks like a car sitting in the mud. Also, I don't love all the busyness behind the car, and this is something that Kevin and I usually disagree on. Another thing that we can never seem to agree on is a font, and this is no exception. I did not like that E that looks like a backwards 3. Not a fan. So the first change we made was the way the car was placed on the shirt. The other one was just kind of sitting there. Now we have the car doing a wheelie. So to me, that really made a huge difference. This is what Kevin shines at, is drawing these cars and making them really come to life on the shirt. Just because we have creative differences doesn't mean he isn't amazing at what he does. It just means that we have to kind of tweak this shirt until we get something that we both love. I felt like he really nailed the car, but I still wasn't happy with the background. We hadn't even addressed the font, and there were some changes that Bill needed made to make him happy. One being, he didn't like the all-black driving suit and helmet. It looks kind of generic. And he really super hated that red dust cap on the front wheel. I don't know why it bothered him so much, but it had to go. At this point, I just told Kevin to pump the brakes until I could think a little bit about exactly what I wanted on the shirt, since these checkers were not working for me. I went to bed, woke up the next day with a crazy idea, and sent it over to him. I told you it was crazy. But I really thought that this would pop on the shirt and be something different than nobody else is doing. Changed up the Wild Bill to Running Wild and just told him that we'll write Bill Dietrich underneath it. And I also messaged him and told him that I came up with the catchphrase, "Short Track Savage," that I wanted on the upper left-hand corner above the car. I thought that'd be something different. And it kind of ties in with like the fun wrestling theme, Randy Savage. Running Wild ties in with Wild Bill, but it also ties in with Hulk Hogan. So much fun. We're looking for this fun shirt. So to me, it all kind of went together. Kevin got right to work starting on the design on the back, and he changed up the wording. I thought it looked pretty good, so we moved on to the driver. He took care of adding the details in there and some color. We went back to the front, worked on that for a little while, and decided to pump the brakes because we couldn't come together on anything. So we went back to the back, fixed that font that I was not happy with, and found one that we both loved. Once we settled on that, we knew we were ready to tackle the front, and we came up with a design that we both thought was great. Now it was time to work on the background. Kevin told me when I showed up at his shop that when he saw that design I sent him with the swirly background, he thought, "She's effing crazy." But guess what? It all worked out. It actually started out as white, then we changed it to red, but we decided that yellow looked best. So now we have a fully designed race t-shirt ready to print. So let's take this video to the print shop and see how it's done. I had to stop and admire this artwork from our YouTube shirt in the front window. Nothing like seeing your husband the minute you show up. Kevin's all ready to show me how we go from computer design to printed design. And the first step is to take this design that we created and break it down into separate colors so that we can print the different films that make the screens. Each one of these breakdowns represents a different color ink that will be printed on the shirt, so we need a separate screen for every color. The designs get sent to this special printer. Kevin shows me the film that this printer prints on, and we'll take this film then and use it to make the screen. We're using the front design for this video because the back design is already done, installed in the printer, and the printer is printing away in the next room while we're recording. Once the designs are printed on the film, we take it into the darkroom and install it in this, what I'm calling a light box that burns the design into the screen. Kevin lines up the center of the design so that all of them will match when they're put on the printing press, and then he tapes it down so that he can secure it before he shuts the light box and lets it do its thing. The light box is closed and starts to suction down on the screen. Kevin explains to me that it does this so that no light gets in there and it can really burn into that screen the design that is printed on the film. After a few minutes, we go back into the darkroom to retrieve the screen. You can't see the design on the screen now, even though it's burned into there, but we're going to take it over to the water bath, and once Kevin hits it with the power washer, you'll be amazed to see how quick the design starts to appear. And there you have it, the design's on the screen and ready to be installed into the printer. At this point, I'm dying to know how this printer works after seeing and hearing it run the whole time I'm at the shop, so let's dig into this a little bit. First thing Kevin does before he puts a shirt on is spray the pad with some adhesive so that the shirt doesn't move around. Because if the ink roller moved the shirt during printing, when it went to the next color, it could be misaligned. So we don't want that shirt to move at all once it's installed on this pad. This piece of machinery is so cool. Our back is a 6 color and our front is a 4 color. Colors always start lightest and move to darkest, so of course our design starts with the white that is under all the other colors. After the white is printed, a heater runs underneath and kind of cures it so that when it moves to the next color, it doesn't just smear the ink into the white. See that heater arm extending over the design before it hits the next color? Here you can actually see the bulbs in the curing heater. This step actually takes place 2 times during this process, once after the white and once before the black, which is the last color to be printed. It was so fun to watch the screens move and see the designs with each color individually as they became the full design, full colored shirt. I really enjoyed watching this machine work, and I could have probably stood there all day. And there you have it, the full printed back design. It looks so cool. The shirt heads into the dryer to cure the ink. It has to run through the dryer for at least a minute at 290 degrees to make sure that ink is fully cured and won't smear when we're ready to take them out of the bin and fold them up. So there you have it. Digital design to finished shirt. I can't wait to get these home and get working on getting them ready for the track, but Kevin has a lot more to print and the fronts aren't even on them yet. So I leave for the day, but not before making him print a yellow and a red so I can see how cool they turned out. I'm super happy with this last minute color choice of yellow. I think it really pops and the fans are gonna love it. The red looks great as always. Now on to the next step, waiting for them to get to the house and worrying that we're not gonna have enough time to get them ready for the track. Here we go. We got a whole car full of merch.
It's a rainy merch delivery today.
I can't believe it's pouring like this.
It's all packed in here, Mom. Mom and Ken did a good job.
Oh my God. That's a lot of stuff.
Are you ready?
I don't know.
Well, you better be.
So we have half set up here and
Yeah, my Bill skill organization here.
all right, we got some hats here. I'm excited to see these. Got some new colors. Red, blue everybody likes. These are awesome. Oh, what do you got?
Come in. I got some wing panels and decals, window stickers.
All right, awesome. I think we're set.
We got it all now, so if we ain't got it, we ain't got it.
Now we just got to deal with it all.
Yeah, now the hard part, putting it all online. All right, it's the last one. It's what I was looking for. I'll get all these shirts sorted out tonight, get them all in the totes, get them all divided up by size and color. And we'll be ready for the icebreaker in a couple days.
All right, so Billy's gone back to work and I am left with putting all of this onto the website. So I quickly grabbed a few items of each to bring into the house. So I have it in front of me as I listed online. Our printer usually gives us these nice mock-ups that we can use to load the website so everybody can see exactly what they're buying. The hats I sometimes photograph on my own, which is going to be super fun today since we don't have a lot of light and it's pouring outside. And then the wing panel images I'll usually take right from the car design. But I bring everything in to make sure I don't miss anything. We do have 2 different styles of stickers here to post. So here I am getting ready to add these to the website. I use the photo that the printer gave me, and then I look at my spreadsheet of how many I ordered so that I can load the proper quantity in here and we won't oversell. This is kind of time consuming, but in the end, I feel like it really does help stay organized and not sell stuff we don't have, if at all possible. All right, 2 hours later and I got everything loaded on the website. I'm just waiting for Bill to get home. It's 5:40 now. He gets home around 6. We're gonna grab a bite to eat and go live on the website with the merch and then go live on Facebook to reveal it to everyone. So yeah, busy night. After that, we'll start packing it up in the bins and getting it ready to actually go to the racetrack. All right, we're here, we're getting ready to go Facebook Live to show everybody the merch. Just had to shut the dishwasher off so it doesn't interfere, but we got everything laid out here. And this is kind of like what we usually do, because it gives everybody an opportunity to kind of like see what we have before we get to the track. But we're like mentally preparing right now to go live.
Mentally.
It's not as easy as you think it is. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it?
It's funny because when it's me behind the camera, in front of the camera most of the time, but when Heather is in front of the camera, things change.
I get nervous. So yeah, I'm getting ready to go live. This is the next step, is I guess showing everybody our merch, and I'm also going to go ahead and make everything live on the website right as we go live so people can buy the stuff like as they're seeing it if they know they're not going to make it to the icebreaker.
Good times.
All right, it's 8:30. I just printed out all the orders we got tonight after the live, and I am super excited that the gentleman that bought the camo hat is picking up at the track, so I get to meet the guy who bought our last camo hat. That's pretty cool. Let's see what Bill's up to. All right, babe, what are you up to?
Well, I'm starting with the hoodies. I'm just kind of got my sizes laid out here. These are dividers for the bin. These probably won't all fit in that bin, but I just get a rough idea and then divide them up into the boxes then too, because Kevin had some stuff mixed in, like one of Heather's shirts, my mom's zip up. This is kind of on the bottom of the box, so
Yeah, so we let our families, like, well, Bill's family. We let Bill's family pick what they want. So, like, Bill's mom likes a zip up. We don't sell them because you can't print on the front, but we get it for Bill's mom.
Yeah, and I'm just organizing. I'll do all the hoodies first because they take up so much space, and then I'm about through them, and then I'll move on to the t-shirts. So, one car garage, we could use a little more room, but we make do with what we got.
We sure do. All right, so while Bill's out in the garage doing his thing, I'm in here getting my stuff ready. Don't mind Lucas Wolf over there. Bill won that at some Beer Hill Gang thing while I was out of town. Scares me every time I go to the printer. Anyway, I'm getting my hat bag ready. I have 5 of each hat in here, and then I have all my displays on top. I'm really like trying to be more organized this year. I'll end up putting the stickers in the back here once I get them all divvied up. Right now I'm going through my koozies and making sure I have a display model of each one in this bag. And then I will put all the ones I have to sell in this bag. So these are ones that are left over from last year. So we have Nate's, and then unfortunately I have a bunch of these 12 and 8 koozies left. That's a Big Dog Bill Dietrich. So I actually think I'm going to give those away at the track. So if you're watching this, I think there's like 6 or 7 in there. If you come to me at the track and say, can I have one of those? I will give it to you. Keep it in mind. So now it's Friday and they canceled the icebreaker, but we're going to continue to still get ready. I just finished my regular work and now I'm going to head out with these orders that we got and start picking. And then if I can get that done before Bill gets home, I'll start working on the other totes. So we're ready to go for Sunday now. So glad to see this sunshine for the first day in 2 days. It has been so dark and dreary here. And hopefully we can get this racing on Sunday. Hey guys, stay tuned for more racing videos. I'm gonna have them coming at you from every single race. That's my goal. Like, subscribe, you don't want to miss anything. And if you like these more lifestyle type videos where we're showing you what we do behind the scenes non-racing, let us know and we can work on doing some more of that too. Have a great day and I'll see you Sunday.